So, you've regained your strength. Very good. Your life force is strong indeed. It was you who saved us, wasn't it? Thank you. Forgive me, Your Highness, but there's something I must ask of you. Please let us join the rebel army. I could never allow such a thing. You know nothing of battle. You'd only be throwing your lives away. You should return to your homes. Hello everyone, my name is Josh, aka Thymefraym, and I want to welcome you all to a new series on the channel if you're watching on YouTube. Actually, technically it's new here on the stream as well. We're going to be playing Final Fantasy II. This is going to be the second part of a 6-part series or marathon of the Final Fantasy Pixel Remaster series. So we're going to be playing Final Fantasy 1 through 6 in their entirety on stream, which should be fun. This is the beginning of Final Fantasy II. We're in our 7th session so far, so we're making some good time here, but as I'm presuming, as we get further along in the series, each of those sections are going to be a bit longer than the previous. But I have never beaten this game. This is not going to be a fully blind playthrough, as I have gotten a little bit of. I don't recall just how far I've gotten, but there's a portion of this that I have played, but the majority of it I have not. That being the case, it's going to be a little bit different than my playthrough of Final Fantasy 1, as I'm going to ask no spoilers. I will occasionally ask for help. I may say, "Hey, can you help me know if I get stuck? Can you help me?" Gentle suggestions should be generally okay, but I am going to ask that everyone do respect the no back seating, i.e. you need to do this, or you should do this, or get good noob. Get it? Yeah. No cap, no. We're not going to be doing a no white mage run this time around, especially not with a game that I'm not familiar with. I am not a hardcore gamer, and I'm not open to not having an ability to heal myself in a game that I'm not familiar with. But that being said, this should be an interesting run. They tried something very different with the skill setup for this, and while it's not the best implementation that I've ever seen, it did lay the groundwork for a lot of future games in the genre. So there's definitely a lot to be said here. Cat Fit is already starting with the spoilers. With the, let's see, what is he saying? You can fight with swords in this game. I think that deserves a party. But I haven't done my other intro stuff, so let's get that out of the way. Down in the doobly video, if you're watching on YouTube, you'll find a link to the playlist for the full series in case we've gotten more episodes out since now. As well, if you're watching live, thank you for watching live. I do hope you folks have a wonderful time with this, and know that I appreciate having you here live. Of course, if you also want to sit back and just watch this stream, you're welcome to do that as well, because I appreciate my lurkers as well. That being said, if you'd like to join us live, you can do so every Monday and Wednesday from 7:30 p.m. until 10 p.m. Pacific at twitch.tv/Thymefraym. There, got that stuff out of the way. Yeah, I think there might be magic too as well, White Stick. Yeah, I think you're right there. Let's go ahead and get started, shall we? New game. And as always, focus on the game screen, because they did it right and they allowed you to be focused on something other than the game. Come on. Okay. That's right. I remapped the keys. There we go. Okay. Now, like I did with the last run through, I will allow each of you to name our primary party. So, if we'll go first come first serve. Chatters, let's start with our I'm presuming the first guy is our primary protagonist or something close to it. What would we like to name our first character? Leonidas. Okay, White Stick gets the first one in. Oh, and you know something I didn't do, and I'm going to have to go back and fix this later, is I didn't fix the, or maybe I did. I don't think I fixed the font on this game. All right. How about for our female character? Cat gave me 4. We're going to go with the first one on his. So she, I don't like Sploop, so we'll call her Larst. No. Okay. And then for our third character, we've got a name from White Stick and Cat. Kit Kat, Cosmic, Mima. Do you guys have any suggestions? Hey, you know what? I didn't want to call her Sploop, okay? Cap. Anybody else want to make suggestions? Okay. We're going to name Guy Jeffy. Thank you, Mima. 16 character, let's see. Gusty, looks like the character limit is 12. Or up to 6 full width characters or 12 half width characters. Yeah, Laughing Turtle is more than 12 characters. Dana Carvey it is. Alright, so we got Leonidas, Larst, Jeffy, and Dana Carvey. There we go. I'm going to swap E and R, I think. Hey! Mima, yes, I'm a good kid, but I basically wanted to make sure that I gave everybody a chance to have at least one of theirs out, so it works. He's not turtly enough to do the turtle for the Turtle Club. Eek! The Emperor of Palmestia has called forth monster and has begun his campaign for world conquest. Last one was too fast, and this one's too fast. I think this bad guy just guessing it. A rebel army arose in the kingdom of Fynn to thwart the Emperor's plans. But the rebels' castle fell to an all-out assault by the Empire. Left with little choice, the rebels withdrew to the remote town of Altair. Four youths from Fynn also found themselves fleeing the Imperial forces. They had lost their parents to the hands of the Empire, but their escape wasn't over. Okay. I don't know if I could have won that one. Will he live? I should go grind. That's right, Cap. He will. I sense a strong life force within him. He should regain consciousness soon. We found them like this on the escape from Finn, fallen from terrible wounds. By the time we brought them here, I feared it was already too late. His life is not in danger. This sigil will strengthen his life force. We should let him rest now. Of course. We'd best off to the meeting. I imagine they're already waiting for us. If the Empire is allowed to complete the dreadnought they're building in Bafst, their attack will begin in earnest. We cannot sit idly by and watch. We must act. Where am I? Dana Carvey! Larst! Jeffy! It's too late yet. Where are you? Leonidas, you're alive! I thought you'd... I'm fine, Larst. You seem alright too, Jeffy. But wait, where's Dana Carvey? That's gonna get silly. That's gonna get silly. Princess of Finn saved us. But Dana Carvey not here. Okay, so Jeffrey does not speak in complete sentences. I see. Don't worry, I'm sure he's okay. So, you've regained your strength. Very good. Your life force is strong indeed. It was you who saved us, wasn't it? Thank you. Forgive me, Your Highness, but there's something I must ask of you. Please let us join the rebel army. I could never allow such a thing. You know nothing of battle. You'd only be throwing your lives away. You should return to your homes. But we have no homes. Not anymore. The Imperials attacked, and our parents. Our parents! I am truly sorry, but that changes nothing. I cannot permit you to join our army. If you've nowhere else to go, you're welcome to stay here in Altair. If you know our password, you should be able to live here well enough. The password is Wild Rose. Remember it well. The Wild Rose is the insignia of the Kingdom of Finn. It represents our hope for a flourishing future of strength and beauty. But what will become of Finn now? I've heard that the Empire's captives suffer there in confinement even as we speak. Larst, your brother Dana Carvey is missing, is he not? It's possible that he's being held in Finn as well. But Finn is far too dangerous to travel to now. The Emperor's beasts still stalk the streets. Gaining entrance to the city will not be easy. The man at my right is Minwu, the white wizard who tended your wounds. Poor Dana Carvey. Speak with him before you leave. He may be of some assistance. Okay, so we are going to change configuration just a little bit, because having that there is going to be... Okay, so we got Q as back, that's fine. Make... Yeah, okay, so we're going to make R be our battle map one. That should work better. Okay. I really gotta fix the font. I can't believe I completely forgot to fix that. Probably try to do that during the break. Okay, so let's go ahead and talk to people. I see your destiny clearly. The future it holds seems closely entwined with my own. You will begin by journeying to Flynn. We won't let you join the army, but we will let you throw your lives away by going to the castle where the enemy is currently strongholded. That is the first step toward realizing your fate. Hehe, you waste no time using the password. Heed well the information it will bring you. You can learn much of value by listening. I offer you one more bit of advice before you depart for Flynn. Those who have fallen in battle can be revived at a sanctuary. Should one of you fall before you reach Flynn, go without hesitation to the nearest sanctuary. The port of Palum lies not far east of here, but a lake separates us, so you won't be able to reach the town without a canoe. Heading to Flynn, are you? Are we? It's not my place to tell you what to do, but I'd reconsider if I were you. It's a dangerous place to be, you see. The city is crawling with the Empire's monsters. To the north lies a small village called Gatria. Judging by the look of you, you'd be lucky to make it that far. Before you go anywhere, I suggest you visit the room with a sigil that saved your life. There you'll find people who can teach you a thing or two about adventuring. I think you're going to need all the advice they can spare. This is the Rebel Army's war room. Okay. Couldn't have guessed that. So they want me to go back. Oh! Nothing happens. Okay. Would you care to hear about the information displayed on the status menu? Sure. You can develop the attributes and abilities displayed in the status menu by fighting battles. Attributes such as strength and magic will change according to the actions you take in battle. If a character attacks, his or her strength and weapon skill may improve. Similarly, if a character uses magic, his or her spirit, intellect, and magic level may improve. There are 11 different attributes that can change. Would you like me to explain these 11 attributes in more detail? Sure. HP. If a character loses HP during battle, his or her maximum HP will increase. Participating in lots of battles can also increase maximum HP. MP. If a character's MP drops during battle, his or her maximum MP will rise. Strength. Attacking during battle will increase the character's strength. If a character loses HP during battle, his or her stamina will improve. Using white magic in battle will increase the caster's spirit. Battling while your evasion is high will raise agility. Using black magic in battle will increase the caster's intellect. Magic. If a character's MP drops during battle, his or her magic will rise. Accuracy. As strength rises, so will accuracy. Equipping better weapons will also improve accuracy. Evasion. Being attacked by foes will raise evasion. Equipping a shield will also improve evasion. Magic defense. When foes cast spells on a character, his or her magic defense will rise. As you can see, it never hurts to try all manner of things in battle. So this is where, this is something that had not been done, to my knowledge, in RPGs before, where the actions you take, which is something by the time we got to stuff like Skyrim, we took for granted. You gain experience in sneaking by sneaking. You gain experience in melee attacks by making melee attacks. Makes sense. You want to know more about the flee command, am I right? You can escape from battles by selecting the flee command. There is no point in fighting a losing battle. If a foe is too difficult, you're better off fleeing. Think carefully before you act. Shall I teach you a thing or two about weapons? Sure. There are 7 weapon categories: swords, spears, axes, staves, knives, bows, and unarmed. Swords, spears, axes, staves, and knives are one-handed weapons and can be equipped along with a shield. It's also possible to equip two-handed weapons, one in each hand. 2 one-handed weapons, one in each hand. Equipping a bow requires 2 free hands but allows the character to attack with the same damaging force from the rear row of the party formation. Fighting unarmed is another splendid choice and can be as powerful as any weapon. Alright, bedtime. Alright, Cap. Say goodnight to Sassy for me. Unfortunately, equipping a shield cuts an unarmed combatant's attack power in half. So if you plan to fight unarmed, it's probably wise to just skip shields altogether. Good to know. Chests. Treasure chests can contain things like items and gil. Many treasure chests also hold rare items you'll not find for sale in any shop. If you're lucky enough to come across such items, hold on to them. But treasure chests aren't all gil and glory by any means. Some chests conceal monsters lurking within. There's no way to know what's inside a chest until you open it, but monsters often accompany especially good loot. Would you like to hear about monsters? There are many different types of monsters. Some monsters are vulnerable to certain types of attacks. For example, the undead are weak against fire, and aquatic monsters are weak against lightning. However, there are also monsters that absorb particular elemental attacks. Casting fire on a monster made of flame will heal it instead of doing damage. You can damage zombies and other undead with restorative magic like Cure and items like Garlic. But be careful when using spells that steal HP or MP, such as Drain or Osmose. When used against the undead, these spells can backfire and hurt you instead. How about a lesson on key items? Key terms. In the course of conversation with someone, a particularly important word may come up. When this happens, 3 commands will appear: ask, learn, and key items. Select learn to commit the key term to memory. You can then use ask to ask people about any key terms you've learned. Keep in mind that only certain words can be learned in this way. Which this reminds me of Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy had a similar. The text-based adventure had a similar function. To show someone an item from your inventory, select key items. When you learn new words or find rare items, you should ask people about the words or show them what you found. Would you like me to explain the formation command to you? Use the formation command to assign characters either the front or rear row of the party's battle formation. Characters in the front row can attack using any type of weapon. Characters in the rear only do half damage when attacking with anything except bows or magic. However, they only receive half damage from enemy attacks. Assign each character to the row that best suits his or her abilities. I don't suppose I can interest you in lesson on magic. There are 2 schools of magic, black magic and white magic. White magic specializes in healing and support spells. For example, Cure restores lost HP, and Life revives characters who've been KO'd. Black magic, on the other hand, specializes in defensive spells. Blizzard deals ice damage, Thunder deals lightning damage, and so on. Characters can learn both black and white magic spells in any combination they choose. Very much a difference from the last game. However, a character can only learn a maximum of 16 spells. You can use the Forget command to remove any spell a character has already learned. Forgotten spells can be learned again, but their levels reset to 1, so use caution when forgetting spells. That's the other thing that's different with this particular game. You instead of having Cure, Cura, and Curaga, you actually level up Cure to Cura and Cura to Curaga. What would you say to a little lesson on skill levels, eh? Skill levels can be divided into 2 broad categories: weapon skill levels and magic skill levels. But wait, there's more! Weapon skill levels are divided by weapon types such as swords and axes. Similarly, magic skill levels are divided by spell. Spells like Cure and Fire each have their own skill level. Attacking with a given type of weapon improves that corresponding weapon skill. As your skill levels rise, your attack and accuracy with those types of weapons will likewise improve. Casting a given spell improves the corresponding magic skill. Spells become more powerful and effective as their skill levels rise. Would you like to learn about armor? There are 4 types of armor: shields, helms, body armor, and gloves. Shields are equipped in the same fashion as one-handed weapons, in either the right hand or the left. Since wearing a shield only requires one hand, you can also equip any one-handed weapon along with it. Should you so choose, you can equip 2 shields, one in each hand. This makes you attack empty-handed, however. Helms are equipped on the head, gloves on the hands and forearms, and body, of course, on the body. Provided you can afford it, you should always keep your party protected with good armor. There we go. So, we got a bit of learning done. Thanks for the tutorial. Right. Thanks for learning me. This is the King's bedchamber. His Majesty was grievously wounded in the flight from Fen. He's been resting here for some time now. An arrow struck me in the back during the battle, leaving me in this state. I was once an adventurer like you, until an arrow struck me in the knee. Perhaps I really have grown old. My daughter Hilda now serves as regent. You should speak with her. Alright. Any healing spells available for the king? Unfortunately, at this time, there is no
healing!
See, what do we know so far? Yeah, he has no spells, she has no spells, he has no spells. Broadsword, buckler, leather armor, bow, bows, axe, and leather armor. You are in the rebel hideout in the town of Altair. Actually, I wonder. Nope. Okay, so this particular I don't have the ability to change the font here. I'm gonna have to do it in the background. Potion. Yeah, that font's gonna drive me nuts. Gordon, the Prince of Kashuan, is hiding out here in Altair. I don't know what happened, but something has made him lose faith in himself. Princess Hilda fled here when Finn was sacked. She's done a remarkable job of leading the rebel army while His Majesty recovers. I'm Paul, greatest thief in all the world. They've yet to invent the loot I can't burgle or steal. The Imperial coffers have kept my purse fat with gil lately. I never steal from the rebels, you can be sure of that. My home was in Finn, too. I can't even go home now that the Empire has occupied the city. This is the town of Altair. The Imperial forces haven't been deployed this far out yet. I suppose it's only a matter of time, though. I'm not going to heal yet, just going to go ahead and check out the... Okay. My name is Gordon. I was once the Prince of Kashuan. Now I'm nothing but a coward. When my brother Scott fell in battle, I abandoned my kingdom and fled here. So you've asked to take up arms in the struggle? I'm so afraid Hilda will turn me away that I haven't even asked her. I've been stalling here. I'm just a spineless coward. Go ahead and laugh. I deserve it. An item shop. Potions. Not spending any money yet. Okay. Okay, so they kind of break down the individual things you can buy. A little inefficient, but it'll work in a pinch. Here's a sanctuary where you can be brought back to life. Paul's a skilled thief, but don't worry, you can trust him. He only steals from the Imperials. Okay, well, let's see here. Tobel, the fellow over in the weapon shop, is one fine blacksmith. I think someone's been bothering him lately, though. What could you want with me? I'm just an old man. The geezer act is just a cover. My name is Tobel, and I'm the best darn blacksmith in the rebel army. Okay. Double broadswords. No, 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 no. I want her to save Bo. Have him be axe and broadsword. And actually bring his attack down a little bit, but I want him to get some knife skill as well. Okay, they're all in leather armor now, okay. Yeah, we'll sell the clothes, we don't need that. We'll hold on to the buckler though, because I want to learn, I want to have that available for people to learn shield. Okay, so I don't see, let's check our map here. Okay, there's no black magic in this area. Okay, let's see, have at least her learn a couple white magic spells if we have the gold for it. Oh, they're all together, so... Okay, and... I'm gonna make her a mage right now. She'll be generalized at the moment. Likely, once we pick up a fourth party member, I'll turn them into my mage. My black mage. Have her be my white mage. Probably don't have any money for armor now, but we can always earn some of that. So that's something we'll need to save up to. Get everybody leather caps. Well, let's go. So we've talked to everybody. We need to go to the north, but I'm not ready to go to the north yet. I want to get in a couple battles here. Ow! Now see, you know, instead of getting experience points, we get experience in what we use. So... go ahead and have her use Cure on Steffi. Okay, so let's see. Sword leveled up, knife leveled up, bow leveled up, sword leveled up, and axe leveled up. Oh. And I don't have an antidote for him, I don't think. So that's a problem. Wait. He's not still poisoned. Interesting. Does the poison state not persist? I guess not. Rude. Go sit back. Get healed up. Yeah, only a gil to heal, so should have used a cure beforehand for the XP. Where does that put me for gil? Okay, we have enough gil to get everybody capped now. Have enough for one pair of leather gloves. I want him using the knife, though, for the experience. Wait, why does wearing it reduce her evasion, though? Interesting. All right. So we still need to do a little more grinding just to get enough for 2 more leather gloves, and then we'll be good on equipment. Although I do want to pick up a quarterstaff just so I can have somebody level up in that as well. There we go. Promise we will get further. We just want to get the basics first. Yeah, okay. So poison does not persist. That is interesting. And we'll also go get another. We've got 2 more tomes that we need to get for her, and I still want to get a quarterstaff. We're gonna do a little more grinding. Oh, it's 150. Okay. And I want to get a javelin eventually, but... Alright, let's go and continue fighting a little bit. So, yeah, we'll probably grind up to about 300 gold. That should get it. Venture a little bit further. Let me go up against something a little bit harder. I'm just noticing, you're missing part of that part of the screen. I'm going to have to take a look at what the screen looks like during battle on. Okay, so we are going to slightly shift. Ooh, but that's going to cover. You know what? Don't mind me for a second here. We're going to move things around just a little. We're going to move me over here. And we're going to move... Nope, not even moving you. Move you. Be slightly obscuring the auto battler notification, but I think that's a little bit better positioning for things. Now that I actually look over there. Clearing out the forest, yes, doing some lawn maintenance. Yeah, just doing my best to earn some gold here. So she didn't get experience on the bow this time, but you notice her magic skill went up. And if we check out her status, or rather her magic, we now have experience next to fire. Hey! Airship! Oh, there we go. That was some good gold there. Not quite. I want to get to about 300 before I go back to town. Or rather, I think we'll go back when her MP runs out. Definitely got them overpowered at this point, so it's definitely time to move on. But we got 2 more HP to burn, or MP to burn off. So take that. One more battle. The fire leveled up. So now, if I go to magic, It's cost 2 MP to use it, but it's going to be more powerful. Let's go back to town. Heal up first. And note she had 10 when we started. It also, your general level, affects the total cost, it looks like. Because it was 8 the first time we came. Let's go ahead and... we wanted to pick up the javelin, because we eventually want to get experience for that as well. Or at least have somebody have experience with it. Go ahead and pick up the 2 tomes we don't have already. Thunder! Ah! There we go. And now we can continue on. So we know that we need to go to a town to the north. No, it does more damage now. Fire 2. Oddly enough, Jeffy doesn't seem to be getting as much XP for his attacks. Yeah, neither of those seem to be moving, and I don't know why. This is the village of Gatria. Finn is just over there across the lake, see? The Imperial forces have occupied Castle Finn. The gates are drawn and no one can enter. But with Imperial troops and monsters roaming the streets, the city isn't any better off. There's a pub just on the outskirts of Finn. When the Empire invaded, the barkeep didn't make it out in time. They say he's still working there, pouring drinks for the Imperials. Perhaps that could be a way in. Gatria and Altair haven't fallen into the clutches of the Empire yet. But once the Dreadnought is complete, nothing will be able to stop the Empire. Wait, I thought I already bought and... did I forget to equip the leather gloves? I did! Silly me. I won't have anything that we don't already have. Okay, yep. Okay. So nothing new there. What am I doing? How am I doing stat-wise? I could do with some more MP, but don't know that it's worth actually spending the coin to get more right at the moment. But we are going to get some health potions. Okay, so I'm assuming we're going to have to go that way. I'm going to have her cool it on the spells. But there, now I got enough to go to rest, and then get a couple more potions, just in case. Okay, a couple more potions. Because if we learned anything in our last playthrough of Final Fantasy 1, always have potions at hand. Always. Okay. Nice! A lot better that time. Why isn't Jeffy getting any XP? Give him a buckler, see if just doing the axe allows him to get some more XP. Ooh, preemptive strike. We got shield experience. Why isn't he getting any axe experience, though? I honestly don't understand. Am I doing something wrong? Well, technically, they should be able to get XP on any type of weapon. At least this is with my understanding. It's just as we've heard. The city is crawling with Imperial soldiers. We have to be careful. Make sure not to get too close. I don't think the system is broken, White Stick. No. I'm missing something. I may look it up while we're on our next break, though. Which should be soon. More spells. But there's nobody there. Oh, hey, look at the time, actually. Speaking of next episode, we're going to go ahead and pause the YouTube recording here so that we can, or pause playing so we can end the YouTube recording. So for those of you who are watching on YouTube, thank you for watching. I do hope you enjoyed. Stick around for more. You should see some box, there'll be links in the player for the next episode. But thank you again for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please make sure you help me out by clicking the like button on the video and commenting on the video. That'll help me off the YouTube algorithm. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already and click that notification bell. That way you'll know when new videos come up on the channel. I post new videos to the channel every single day, so it's a great way to catch up on previous streams and series that we've done here on Twitch, as well as some of the offline games that I've done specifically just for the YouTube side of things. So I hope to see you there. Also, check down on the doobly-doo. You'll find links to all my social media channels and the other series, or other various ways to get a hold of me when the stream's offline. Would love to see you there as well. But with that all said, again, thank you for watching. I hope that you enjoyed. And until I see you next time, game on, lovelies.